think every student has some subjects that they hate, but are obliged to study those subjects to prevent failing in tests. They keep on reading their notes, highlighting, but end up retaining nothing. There are some subjects that even I hate, like economics and geo. But why do we hate the subject? Maybe we find it really boring and think of what is the use of studying this subject? Or we find it extremely hard to even understand. Or, in some cases, like me, we are not familiar with the language or the way the topics have been explained. The language of science is very different than the language of pole science because when you open your science textbook, you won't see the words like malpractice, limitation, equal rights, exercising of powers, socialism. The language is very different of the subjects that includes technology like AI, IT, IP. There are few changes in the style, but the language is same, which is English. The more you invest your time and brain into it, the more likely you are to get familiar with the style. We should always treat the subjects differently if we are weak in. Here's what you can do. Number 1. Active recall. After revising every topic, put yourself in questions. We have to be mentally and physically energized when we study the subjects we are weak in. If you have a normal memory, then there is a possibility to be able to recall the answers. After giving the answers, turn to the page and see the lines you missed or you could not answer. Doing this will keep your brain active and will help you to keep the information in your brain for a longer period of time. Number 2. Self-teaching. Self-teaching can be very helpful and effective as it easily drives our brain to remember a topic. When we teach something to someone, we feel really energized. Trust me, teaching is something that never makes us bored if you are not a high school teacher. You can focus on your interest and open ways of studying that suits you. Number 3. Find reasons. Suppose you are learning geo and you have to remember the geographical feature of your country, like when rain-bearing winds hit against the Western Ghats and are not able to enter the mainland. The coastal region and the windward side of the Western Ghat receives good amount of rainfall. We won't be able to remember this or any other topic just by passively reading it. We should push ourselves to find the reason for this to happen. Here's what happens. When low pressure area develops over the northern part of India, cold air having moisture in it gets attracted towards the low pressure area. When these air no longer can hold the moisture, precipitation takes place. Number 4. Visualization. Some people here might not be able to get the information that I've just discussed just by looking at the text. Whenever there's a topic which includes direction, you gotta make a whole picture where everything is taking place. Just how I have done to understand the topic of low pressure. And of course, there are even more tips for visual learners. Lastly, importance. After collecting the information, try to connect it with the information that are already present in your brain. Try to relate it with your understandings. And think of its importance, like why are you even studying this and what conclusion can you get from it? When we're aware of the importance of studying the subject, we no longer get bored or hate that subject. Sometimes there might be some topics that you're new to, but by effort and self-belief, you can own it. Before opening the book, tell yourself that you can do it and the topics are very easy for you. So these were some tips that I learned through my experience, and hopefully these tips are going to be helpful to you guys as well. If you guys want more tips like this, comment down below and let me know. See you guys in the next video. Till then, peace!